This is the Power Acoustik BAMF 12 3500 watt subwoofer. This thing looks pretty gnarly. It's got like the dense foam rubber surround, really thick cone. I can't wait to hear what this thing sounds like. I've been wanting to test one of these for about a year now. Let's flip it over and we can check out the back. This is a nice looking sub, man. Try to get the angle right so you can see, but it definitely has the newer style kind of crazy basket that's cast. The ring terminals are really big, really beefy, really nice looking. There is a lot of venting built into this. You see if you can see in there for that voice coil. So this thing definitely has a lot of cooling. It's hard to see in there, but really cool looking basket. Magnet looks good. It's got a rubber protector around it. Really nice looking sub. This thing looks pretty impressive. I can't wait to see what it actually does. Tensile leads look to be a decent size. Now this is supposed to handle, I think, 1750 watts RMS, which is a lot of power. And I know a couple of the other guys tested it, and supposedly they do handle what they say. You know, and you know me, it's not all about just bumping. Does this thing sound good, or is it just another mover and shaker that just moves air but the sound quality's lacking? So that's what I want to know. I'm really hoping that this thing fits the bill for sound quality and both performance, because you guys know that's what I'm all about. So we'll get it hooked up and then we'll see what it does shortly. Alright, as promised, we got this Power Acoustik BAMF hooked up, and I'm going to let you guys check it out. So here we go. Okay, so there you go. My opinion on this BAMF is it sounds really good right now. I'm kind of waiting to where it breaks in, because when subs break in, they get boomier. Pretty much, just to put it simple, they get boomier or warmer or whatever you want to sound like. This thing actually is really efficient, because right now I'm running it, it's a dual 4-ohm, or I'm running it at 2 ohms. So it's getting like 1200 watts, and it's loud, man. I mean, it's loud, so that just goes to show you that it's pretty efficient, as big and as beefy as it is. What I like about this sub too is it's slappy. It's got a lot of slap and punch, and it's deep and it moves a lot of air. So it's definitely a nice sounding subwoofer. Right now, it's not broken yet, and it sounds a little tiny bit boomy on some songs. So I'm kind of waiting for my final opinion on it, so when it breaks in, because a lot of subs like the HiFi BRW, I loved it at first, and after it broke in, it got too boomy, and then it bugged me, because certain songs it would over, you know, pronunciate certain frequencies, and it was kind of annoying. So we'll see if this breaks in, if it stays not boomy. But regardless, it just depends on the music you listen to, but regardless, this is a kick-ass subwoofer. You know, it's loud, it's efficient, it's deep, it moves a shit ton of air. It's got a nice warm tone. It's not real dry like a lot of the other subwoofers I've tested. It's got almost like a Gothic or R3, you know, the warm tone. or kind of like the audio pipes, you know. Those are punchy, but they have a nice warm tone. They're not too dry, like at right around one frequency. So this has a really good sound musically. So I'll do an update after it gets broken and let you guys know. But it's definitely a kick-ass sub. As far as choosing between this and like a Power Acoustic Gothic or an R3, I think it really depends on just how loud you want it, because these will go louder, they handle more power, but honestly the Gothic 12s are pretty loud. So I would say, you know, let's see what it does when it breaks in, but this would just be like a crazier woofer, like especially if you only wanted to have one sub and give it like 2,000 watts RMS. This probably would be the way to go because it handles more power than the Gothics and the R3s. But so far it sounds great, but I'll keep you guys updated as soon as it breaks in, and then I'll give you my final thoughts.